What's going on, Knicks fans? It's your boy Jay Mars. Welcome to Knicks Live. We're going to talk about the victory over the Orlando Magic today, beating them at home 98-74. Let's hit the intro. What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Jay Mars. Welcome to Knicks Live. Great victory today against the Orlando Magic. We finally beat these bums. Man, like I got tired of Boncaro whooping our ass, but that's a whole nother thing. But let's put up the stats. Let's see what's going on. So we got 43 rebounds, so that was good. You know what I'm saying? We beat them in that category. 20 assists, beat them in that category. We got 7 steals. You know, was tied with the steals. We were shooting 48% from the field. We held them to only 34%, so that's good. 3-point field goals, them 23%, we 49%. So we kind of went off on the 3-point line, so that was good. With a little help with it from Precious Achiuwa of all people. I was surprised. I didn't know Precious Achiuwa could spread the floor like that. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't expecting. I didn't know he could drive. I didn't know he had a dribble. There was a lot of things in this game that he shocked me with. You know, I seen little highlights from here and there every game that I watched, but it was like this game really showed me what kind of skill, like how skilled of a player he is. So yeah, it was just crazy. We beat them at the free throw line, 75% to 70. The blocks were tied, 10 blocks apiece. Well, we got them in the personal foul department, and turnovers was 13 to 15. So we had a little turnover problem, especially going into the third quarter. I think we turned the ball over like 3 times to start off the third quarter, and they turned over the ball as well twice. So it is what it is. Let's go slide. So Precious Achiuwa had 15 points, 4 assists, and 14 rebounds. Like 14 rebounds, 14 points, 5 blocks. Like this guy is amazing me. Like that was like the bomb trade. Like we needed that trade. That trade was awesome. He was worth all the people we traded for. Like I'm not even lying. Like no disrespect to RJ and Quick, you know what I mean? But we got OG and we got Precious Achiuwa. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the Bronx, New York. You know what I mean? Your man Press X is from the Bronx, New York, so that's what's up. And he actually had a great interview afterwards. That was real cool. He got player of the game. And Josh Hart, man, once again coming through with the tenacity, with the putback dunk off of Jalen Brunson's 3 that missed. Man, he rocked the whole stadium. It was dope. Isaiah Hartenstein, he also played good. He didn't give us the production in the point output department, but you know, he had 5 points, 2 assists, he had 6 rebounds and 3 blocks in 20 minutes. But he was great, man. He looked good. He looked way better. Way better. He was able to get lift, you know what I'm saying, off the ground. It seemed like his instincts were there more. He was moving around better. He was cutting better. He looked real good. So that's a positive. That's a positive. Jalen Brunson, like, well, I'm skipping over Donovan DiVincenzo. He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? A little inconsistent. We started off with a turnover. I was like, oh God, don't start from last game. Come on, Chenzo. You know, but he did his thing. 11 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Great with 6 assists, man. That's excellent. 1 block. Jalen Brunson, man, just coming off of that knee contusion. You know, for him to be dropping 26 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. He wasn't really great in the assist department, but everybody did their thing. Everybody did their thing in the assist department. So it was like, you know, I think it was spread out. You know what I mean? Jericho Sims did his thing. Man, this kid surprises me every game. His footwork, his ability to defend the perimeter. It's like the, the, he's he's doing what he's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Um, he was great on Moncaro when he had him. Interior defense was great. Rebounding was great on offensive end. Um, I mean, he only had 6 rebounds, but it seemed like he had 10. You know what I mean? So I don't think he got a tons of minutes, and that's why, but he produced. You know what I mean? He definitely was a part of that defensive core that we had to lock the middle down, along with Precious Achua and Isaiah Hartenstein. McBride played an excellent game too. 14 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. That contract is looking golden right now. It's looking gold right now. So McBride contribute. I don't know, the way McBride is playing, I don't know if you would ever see your man Shakes get a fair shake. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Your man Bogey, I don't know, man. Look, for what we gave up Grimes, right? So I'm still waiting to see why we gave him up. Burks has been absolutely, if you see the stat line, no points, no assists, no rebounds, no blocks, 0 across the board. Bogdan, when he came in, he was just a turnstile. He was kind of inconsistent with his shot. And Tibbs was like, enough. We sitting you. That's it. You got to sit. Immediately put back Precious Achua, which he should have did in the last game in the 4th quarter, and he sat Precious. He should have kept Precious in the 4th quarter. Yeah, so that was the stat line for this. As you can see over here, Bogdanovich, he was 2 for 6, shooting 33%. Burks, 0 for 2. He was just like, it's just, when they out there, it's like a defensive liability. Like everybody gets a turn. Like what we build up, when we build up the lead, it was like when they came in, the lead started to dwindle down. So Tibbs was like, enough. That's it. That's all. Send them back down. Put them in the trunk. Like, put them in the trunk. Hashtag put them in the trunk. It's like, you know what I mean? We'll take them out later when the whole squad come back, and let's see if they contribute then. I don't think you had to do that with Quentin Grimes. You know what I'm saying? But Grimes is gone now. But I just want to see these dudes produce. Like, this is who we traded for, right? So I just want to see them produce in that aspect. But yeah. So as you can see, we basically won in every quarter except the fourth quarter, you know, but we already built up, like, I think going into the 4th, we had like a 15-point lead, and then it ballooned to, I think, 25 or 24. And at that point, I was just like, Tibbs, it's like, okay, it's 4 minutes left. We're up by 20. You could sit Brunson now. You could sit Isaiah Hartenstein. No. You know what I mean? When we went up, I think 24 from a three, I forgot who hit the three. I think it was Josh Hart. Then Brunson was able to come out. Or he hit the three and I think it was a McBride and one. Somewhere around that. But Tibbs took him out, I think, with like 2 minutes and like 30 seconds left. But still kept Josh Hart in. I wanted Josh Hart and him to get out of the game because they just been busting their ass, these past like 10, 12 games, and it's like, rest these boys, man. We don't need anybody to get hurt. There was a scare with Josh Hart. I think he went to go block Banchero's shot or something like that, and his hand got put back on the rim, and he was messing with that hand. I remember breaking my hand, and the first thing when I broke it, I shook it. I was like, man, what's going on? Like, it didn't really hurt, but you felt it like roll over, and you was like shaking. I was shaking it, so I was like, oh my God, please don't let his hand be broke. You know what I mean? And we don't need another injury. But other than that, man, Josh Hart, man, just played an excellent game, man. An excellent game. He started out with 5 points. The Knicks only points, I think, at the beginning of the game, he had a fast break, driving to the basket on a fast break, got the deuce. Then he hit a three. Then he found Hartenstein for a deuce. Like, he was on one today, grabbing rebounds. He was just all over the place, man. He looked like the old Josh Hart of old, and Brunson, he was on fire when he started. I think he had like 10 points within 6 minutes of the game. 10 points within like 6 minutes of the game, which was like crazy. And McBride, as soon as McBride checks in, he immediately hits a three, with the clock diminishing, matter of fact. And that's, Achua he was a monster. Achua was the player of the game, man. He was all over the place, man. Scoring wise, confident, driving to the rim. He looked like Randall driving to the rim, but with him, it looked like he can like really pinpoint that backboard. Like, he knows how to lay it up. You know what I mean? It's not going to the rim sloppy. Like, you have confidence that it's gonna go in. And sometimes I didn't. I was like, nah, that's not going in, and it went in. Like, and he's hitting 3-point shots. Like, that just opens up a whole nother dynamic of opening the floor. Like, imagine you're gonna have Hartenstein, OG Anunoby. You could put Precious Achua out there, like on the second unit, or even Mitch. Have Mitch, OG, Precious, McBride. Oh my God! Like, all these defensive players, like, yo, we're gonna kill it. Like, I think it's a wrap. Like, when we get Mitch back, when we get Randall, when we get OG back, like, you think this is defense? Wait till we get OG back. Like, it's gonna be crazy. So, but you know what I'm saying? Precious Achua, he did his thing, man. Like, shout out to Precious. You know what I'm saying? And he had the interview later on, and he was talking about how he's so like happy that he's in New York, and he appreciates the fans and the support they giving him. He hears the fans and stuff like that, and he really wants to fight hard for this city. So, shout out to Precious Achua, man. At first I was like, who is this guy? Like, this dude sucks, man. He can't catch the ball. He can't. But I guess it was just the jitters. You know what I mean? So, what a trade. That was an excellent trade. and not only that, we back in the 4th spot. So that's great. You know what I'm saying? We back in the 4th spot. 4 games behind the Cavaliers. Well, actually 3 games behind the Cavaliers. Well, in the loss column. 3.5 games behind to tie the Cavs. I think we really got a shot. Like, I think we can be in that number 2 spot. I know it sounds crazy, but I think we really could be in that number 2 spot. And the Magic was hovering, like we were tied up. And this game was huge for the Magic not to take our spot. You know what I mean? So that's great. So we back and forth, and we looking to move up. So yeah, Josh Hart, man. I gotta give it up to Josh Hart, man. We gotta clap for Josh Hart, man. That dude's been a beast. We know he came in the summertime. He played for the U.S. and FIBA. And then, with some rumblings that he had like injured his knee, I think it was, and that's why he didn't play as good. And of course, he had twins. That could take a lot. That could take a lot out of you too. So, we gotta like consider these factors sometimes. You know what I mean? And yeah. Now on to the next, to Philly. I feel good about beating Philly. I feel good about beating them twice. Hopefully OG comes back. If OG comes back, I don't think OG's gonna come back the next game in Philly. I don't think he's gonna come back the first game. I think he's gonna come back the second game in Philly, which is Tuesday, which my butt's gonna be at work. But if he comes back Sunday, I'm gonna be hyped. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? But shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Tom Thibodeau. He did a great job today. Resting, he rested the players with 2 minutes left, not just 50 seconds left in the game. He could have rested them a little bit early. He could have pulled the starters a little bit earlier and let Shake Milton, and Jacob Toppin's brother, get some burn along with the rest of them, Charlie Brown Jr. and the rest of them. But he gave them, ample time to rest. So shout out to Tibbs on that. We had to have like a 20-something point lead for him to do so, but it is what it is, man. Tibbs is just a hard ass. But great win. That was an awesome win. You know what I mean? And I'll check you guys later. This is Knicks Live signing off. It's your boy Jay Mars, and I'll check you with another video after the Sixers game. Peace out.